everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kate and I'm just a hopeless romantic who loves to read. Today we are going through my 10 before the end because I've seen everyone do this and I was like, oh, let's do 10 before the end, which is probably going to roll into being my December TBR as well. I don't know how much I'm actually going to get through in the month of December because I have uni and I have like an exam mid-December as well that I need to do, plus wrapping up work and that. So I don't know if I'll get to them, but I really want to, and I probably will because I am flying through books at the moment. So let's go through the 10 books that I want to finish before the end of the year. And when I was looking at my physical TBR, because they're all up there, I was just looking at what I had and I was just picking off things to finish off series, books that I've been putting off, you know, a lot of duologies that have been sitting on here for so long. Yeah, I've got a good mix because I have and can be a mood reader from time to time if I'm not set in stone on what order I'm gonna read things in. So I've got a wide variety. So first up is Mate by Hazelwood because I loved Bride. That is one of my top books for her, top 3, easy. And I cannot wait to dive into this. I've heard so many mixed reviews though, like that this doesn't live up to the hype that Bride did. So I'm going to go in with a little lower expectations with this. However, I love Hazelwood. They hit every single time. I just finished Bound, her audiobook. Oh, paranormal is becoming her thing. STEM and paranormal are her thing. I'm auto buy. I love her. So I'm very interested to see Serena and Cohen's journey, going from vampire and werewolves and how they come to be, because I think they're fated mates as well, and how everyone else will go in that story and what the drama is going to be. I haven't actually read the synopsis. I really want to go into this as blind as possible, so I haven't been seeing much in terms of spoilers, which is really good and very handy, but I'm excited to dive into this, see what the world is like after Bride, or whether this is during Bride. I actually don't know what the timeline is for this, but I'm excited. As I've said before, I'm going to be excited about all these books. So if you've read this, let me know your thoughts and feelings. So the next 2 books are interconnected standalones. I have read the first book in it. So that was Collide by Bal Khabra, and I loved that. I devoured that. That is such a good, solid ice hockey college romance. That was everything that I needed and more. That was better than Icebreaker, and I know a lot of people did not like Icebreaker, and that will forever hold a special place in my heart because that is one of the books that got me back into reading and showed me a level of spice I wasn't expecting to. So I'm going to read Spiral and Revolve, hopefully, which is the new release. And I think Spiral came out at the end of last year, at the start of this year. But I've got these 2. I've heard such good things about Spiral, very interesting things. Like, I know Hughes Diddley is pierced, which I haven't read anything like that, so this is going to be interesting. And I think in Revolve, oh god, I think he's just very acts of service swoon worthy, I think I've heard. Could be wrong, but I'm excited for these 2 books and to dive back into this world. I am obsessed with this college hockey romance. The guys, they are so unique. They're so funny and they have depth to them. I think that's the biggest thing with this series that the Icebreaker series lacked, kind of, was that there was no emotional or character depth to them, whereas this houses that, and that's why it takes the cake. So definitely would recommend picking up this entire series because I know these 2 are going to slap, but we'll wait and see for my review. But anyways, I'm going to add these to my TBR and I want to finish this before the end of the year. I think the 4th book, god, she just released it, the cover for it. I think it comes out in March, 26th of March, if my memory prevails. So yeah, I just want to finish this. I love this world. That's just such a good time. Now, next up, I have started book 1 in this duology. So it's not actually physically here. It's at my partner's place. So I have the 2nd book. So this is the Crowns of Nyaxia series. This is the Nightborn duet. This is book 2. And I also have the novella that goes in between book 1 and book 2. So I'm about 4 or 5 chapters into book 1, which is Serpents and the Wings of Night, I believe. I am so hooked. I had to stop reading because I was going to fall asleep, but I was like, no, I need to keep going because I was in the middle of the world building part in the first few chapters, and I'm already loving it. I have never actually read anything by Carissa Broadbent. I have listened to Daughter of No Worlds, which I'm going to pick up that series once it gets traditionally published, because wow, listening to the first book, I was like, wow, shit, great. So I have these. I also have the second duet, but I'm not going to reach for that by the end of the year, being realistic. These are chunky, they are big. So I'm hopeful, but I'm really loving the first book so far. I haven't really been picking up fantasy at all this year either. I've been really into my small town cowboy romances. So to pick up a fantasy, because I was itching for it and I had it on my November TBR anyways. So that's why I'm starting to read it. I'm going to add these to my TBR because I'm gonna want to know what happens at the end of book 2, but I also know I need to read the novella in between. I know that there is another novella after this, Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, I think. So I know that you read before you go into the next duets. So we'll see what happens, but these are definitely, I will 100% be finishing this before the end of the year. Now the next book. Oh my god, this is going to be an earth-shattering book to read, hence why I haven't read it yet, because it's been out for nearly a month and I haven't picked it up. 1, I don't want the series to end. 2, I know what it's about and it's going to shatter me and heartbreak me, and I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for that. I'm very selfish in that sense, hence why I haven't finished the Throne of Glass series. I haven't read Kingdom of Ash. I think I got 2 chapters in and I was like, nope, close, can't do this. My heart is not ready. I actually want to do a whole complete reread of that series, so which I might film actually. Good idea. Anyways, this book is Breathe With Me by Becka Mack. This is the 5th and last book in the Playing for Keeps series, which I love so much. The characters, particularly book 4, Jackson, oh my god, man of my dreams, acts of service. That is my love language, and to read about it, oh, really gets me in my feels. But to finally get Kara and Emmett's story and their difficulties with fertility as well, which is so warrant, something that no one ever really writes about, and I feel like this is going to be the best book, maybe, possibly, or it's going to be the second best book, just because we have had their relationship go from consider me, play with me, unravel me, fall with me. Like, we've seen them all throughout and we know their story there. We don't know how they met, so I know that this goes back to that. We don't know what happens after, so I know we get that, and it's just, oh, I don't know how I'm going to feel process with this. How many pages is it actually? It's like 450. So it, I know I'm gonna cry. This is going to rip out my heart, shatter it, then glue it back together and hand it back. It's going to be one of those books. I can just tell. I'm already tearing up thinking about what's going on in this. I have been avoiding spoilers like the plague as well. But yeah, at least I got a cute, like, sprayed edge. And I think this is actually, yeah, it's signed by the author too. Becca has signed this. So I was lucky to get the last book in this series, the special edition, and signed. So I felt I needed to splurge a little bit for that, because I do hold this series deep within my soul. Love every single one of these books. So yeah, I'm going to put on my big girl pants and I'm going to finish this before the end of the year, because I need to. I just need to. For Becka Mack, for myself, I need to. Now, the next books. So this duology, I have heard nothing but good things about. Nothing but good, great things, and that I need to pick it up. I have to read it, and I got them, God, middle of the year. Do you think I picked them up? No. Actually, no. I did pick up the first book and I went through a first few chapters, but I was not in the mood. Again, I can be a conditional mood reader, so I put it down because I was like, no, I'm not in the mindset for this. I don't need fantasy right now. I need contemporary, and we did the shift. But these have been on my shelf for a little bit too long, and I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to keep myself accountable by putting them in this video, and it is the Crimson Moth's duet. So Crimson Moth, which I think is the hunter huntress or whatever in the US, I think that's what it's called, and then book 2 is a Rebel Witch. So I'm going to read these. These are, again, a priority for me to read before the year is up, because I'm really in my witch era. I'm loving Bewitched and Bespelled by Laura Thalassa, and I just finished The Curse That Binds, and I'm obsessed with that book. I'm obsessed with that world. So I am in my witchy era, and I know this is about witches and a hunter, and I think they work together and then fall in love. I think that was the preface of it. So I will get to this. I will finish it, and I know I'm probably going to enjoy it, hence why I got the hard covers. They're also quite glossy too. I don't think I have any books that are glossy, so they kind of just stick out to me whenever I look at my bookshelf because they're glossy and the light just hits them. So they're always haunting me. I actually have them like shoved in the corner so they stop just staring at me going, read me, read me. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, I'm going to read these two. I haven't, again, read any of the preface for this. I've only just heard things in videos and TikToks about them, so nothing spoiled. I kind of just get the preface of what's going on here, but I know that I need to read this and I have to read it. I think I heard that it's YA, that there's not really anything spicy in it, which I'm fine with. I don't always need spice, as long as the plot is there, or at least the character dynamics, like with Powerless, the character dynamics in that, or Obsessed. So yeah, but if there is spice in that, it'll be interesting, because I don't think I've ever read anything from this author. And I think she only got traditionally published like this year or last year, actually, I think. So great for an indie author. I love it when indie authors blow up, get traditionally published, and get the recognition that they deserve if it is truly a good book. Like, proud. Love that for them. Love to support the indie authors. So yeah, going to read these and add it to my TBR. Okay, so these are my 10 before the end that I will finish, touch wood, before the end of the year, as well as moving these in as my December TBR. I also want to move across any books that I don't finish this month in November from my TBR into December as well. So currently I only have Finale by Stephanie Garver, which is the third book in the Caraval series. What's the other one? Oh, The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I will be bringing that across because actually that technically should be there. So we're going to make this kind of shy of 11 books that I'm going to read before the end of the year. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video and making it this far. If you want to help support me, please like, subscribe, comment. Means the world to me. If you want to follow me on my other social media platforms, the handle is right here on the screen. Come join the bookish chaos with me. I am so active on TikTok and Instagram. I'm learning to be active here on YouTube as well. I'm loving doing the shorts as well and adding my videos over onto there. It's so much fun. Never thought that being a YouTuber now and doing social media and just talking about books would be so fun, so cup filling, but it is. It's so cup filling and I love it, and I will probably do this for a while, so stay tuned. Yeah, wherever you are in the world, have a beautiful day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.